Julie Ramsey, and welcome to Part 2, Introduction to Insurance. Some key points in this section is a stock insurance company. Dividends are paid to the stockholders if it's a stock company. In a mutual company, dividends are paid to the policyholder. A fraternal insurance company, think of the word fraternity. Join the club, you can buy insurance. Domestic means in this state, foreign means in another state, and alien means in another country. Now let's get into the details into this section. First, we're going to talk about types of insurers. Now, on your exam, they may call it an insurer. They may say insurance company, insurance carrier, but we're talking about the insurance company. The first one I want to talk about is a stock company. A stock company is owned by its stockholders. That's why it's called a stock company. It's a for-profit company. They're trying to make money. They're managed by a board of directors. Now, this dividends are never guaranteed, and dividends are a surplus, kind of a bragging right for the company. Hey, we've done such a great job that we're going to pay a dividend. Well, in a stock company, they can't say, hey, these dividends, it will be X amount in 10 years or 20 years, whatever. We don't know. It's a surplus. Who knows what that surplus is going to be, or if there will be a surplus. But it's paid to the stockholders if it's a stock company, and that dividend is taxable. So stock companies issue what's called non-participating policies, which means if you buy a policy from a stock company, you won't ever receive a dividend because that dividend goes to the stockholders or the shareholders. So with a stock company, the dividend is paid to the stockholders. If you buy a policy from that company, those policyholders will not receive a dividend. Why? Because it's a non-participating policy. It does not participate. Now let's talk about a mutual insurance company. A mutual insurance company is owned by its policyholders. It's also managed by a board of directors. And these dividends, it's a surplus. If we did a great job, we collected this much in premium, we've paid out this much in expenses, and we've paid out this much in death claim. And we have a surplus. And in a mutual company, that surplus is going to go to the policyholders. What is the dividend? A dividend is simply a refund of premiums. And in a mutual company, that goes to the policyholders, and it's not taxable. Why? It's considered a refund of premiums. Of course, they're never guaranteed. We don't know what the surplus will be, if we'll have one, and what it will be years down the road. We can make projections, but they're never guaranteed. Again, in a mutual company, it is paid to the policyholder. If you buy a policy from a mutual insurance company, it's a participating policy. Why? Because you buy that policy, it participates, and you're the one that gets the dividend. It participates. You may see that a mutual insurance company is also known as a participating company. Why would a mutual company be called a participating company? Because they sell participating policies. A reciprocal insurer. That's insurance companies that are made up of policyholders who insure other policyholders. Each individual is known as a subscriber, and these reciprocals are actually managed by an attorney. In fact, that's a reciprocal insurer. You may have heard the term a fraternal insurance company. I see that word fraternal, and it makes me think of a fraternity. Right? It's a tight network group of people, right? And they're in this club. Same thing is true with a fraternal insurance company. Join the club and you can buy insurance from us. Well, it could be a religious denomination or a social club, but they've actually formed an insurance company just to provide those kind of like a benefit to their members. But it's a fraternal insurance company. So you join our club, you have to meet that membership criteria, and then you can buy insurance from us. That's a fraternal insurance company. You may have heard of the Lloyd's Association. The Lloyd's, it's not an insurance company. I said they're a group of investors, and what they do is they do insure, but they insure unique, one-of-a-kind risks. For example, pro athletes or actors, they may have a body part insured with the Lloyd's of London. Like a pro athlete may have an elbow or a knee. So Lloyd's of London, especially any Lloyd's Association, insures one-of-a-kind risk. Self-insurance. Business organizations who use their own reserves, who say, hey, you know what? we're not going to go buy insurance. We have so much in our reserves that we are going to insure ourselves. Self-insurance. They're not buying insurance. They're insuring themselves with their own reserves. Risk retention groups. Mutual insurance company that's owned by policy owners of the same business group. Companies within the same business like doctors, dentists, engineers, and they can also reinsure another risk retention group. All right? So together they form this risk retention group. They're approved by the commissioner, and they also have a certificate of authority, so they are approved with the state as well. Private versus government insurance. Now, we have federal programs and we have state programs. A federal program would include Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, and military programs. That's all on the federal side. However, when we come to state programs would include unemployment insurance, workers' compensation that would pay if you got hurt while you were on the job, state-run medical expense insurance plans. You've probably heard the term social insurance. Well, what is social insurance? It's a little bit different. With social insurance, participation is mandatory. You have to be in it. And it's automatic for all eligible citizens. So it's provided by the government. Benefits are prescribed by law. So it's not like an insurance agent would sit down with you and say, okay, would you like this, this, or this? Those benefits are determined by law. Individuals cannot elect to make changes to the plan. Again, those lawmakers will put that together and say, okay, this is what is provided. And everyone does have that coverage. Domicile and authorization. I want to talk about domestic, foreign, and alien. If it's a domestic insurance company, that means it's domiciled in this state. It's right here. You see, insurance is state regulated. So if it's right here in this state, then we know what rules it has to follow because it's right here. However, if it's in another state, it's foreign to us because we have no idea what rules and laws it has to follow. Why? Because it's foreign to us. It's in another state. Now make sure you know what our states are. Remember, we have the U.S. and we have 50 states, but we also have some U.S. territories that we own. So if it's a U.S. territory like Puerto Rico, that would still be considered to us foreign in another state. An alien insurer is domiciled outside of the United States. It's alien to us. We have no idea what insurance laws it follows. So again, domestic means in this state. It's domiciled, its home office is here. We know what laws it has to follow. If it's foreign, it's in another state from us because we're here. Alien, it's all the way in another country. It's alien to us. Admitted versus non-admitted. On the test, on the exam that you're taking, it may say admitted, it may call it authorized, but an admitted or an authorized insurance carrier has issued a certificate of authority by the commissioner of that state. So the Department of Insurance has said, we are granting you your certificate of authority. That's like your license. And then that company, then they can go transact business in the state. They can go sell, they can hire producers, do what they need to do. They're admitted, they're authorized in the state. However, if you're a non-admitted carrier, or they may call it unauthorized, means you simply have not obtained your certificate of authority from the state. Either you applied for one and it was denied, or you never did apply for one, but you cannot transact business in the state because you are non-authorized. You are unauthorized. A surplus lines producer. A surplus lines producer make up non-admitted companies to transact business. There will be times as a producer where you cannot place this business through your insurance company. Maybe it's a unique type of business. Maybe it's a business that your insurance company says, no, we do not write those types of policies anymore. You can send that through a surplus lines producer. Basically what they do is they shop for that producer. And they say, hey, we have an outlet. You can send this business to this company. But they represent non-admitted companies. And they can do that. Why? Because they're a surplus lines producer. Marketing distribution systems. How do we show this? How do we advertise, how does the public see us or see our product? Well, it depends upon the distribution system. How is it marketed? For example, you could be set up as a captive agent. A captive agent means that you sell insurance just for that insurance company. And you probably have some sort of manager. You may have some people that help you do training, whatever, but you represent just that insurance company. If you're a direct writer, the agent is an insurance company employee. You're a direct writer. Direct response. I'm sure you've seen ads for direct response. That could be direct mail, on the TV, on the internet. A lot of times insurance companies will have some sort of mod or some sort of advertisement saying, please call us, with some movie star, and please call us. That's direct response. There's no agent. You just call an 800 number. Independent agent or producers. This is where, if you're independent, an agent or producer, same thing, represents lots of insurance companies, and they have no loyalty to any one company. Instead, what they can offer is all different types of products with different insurance companies to their clients. So they are independent. The financial status. With your insurance company, you'll want to know what is it rated. There are independent rating services that provide guides to the financial strength and stability of an insurance company. It would be wise to find out, how strong financially is this insurance company? Well, how do I know that? Well, I could go to Moody's. I could go to AM Best. There's all different kinds of rating services that are out there to find how strong and stable the insurance company is. To recap for this section, we said a stock insurance company, if it pays a dividend, it pays a dividend to its stockholders or its shareholders. All right? A dividend is a surplus. With a mutual insurance company, that dividend is considered a refund of premium, and it is paid to the policy holders. That dividend is not taxable. Why? Because it's considered a refund of premium. That goes to the policyholder. It's not taxable. It's not guaranteed. A mutual insurance company may also be known as a participating company. Why? They issue participating policies. A fraternal insurance company means join our club and then you can buy insurance from us. Fraternal, remember the word fraternity. Domestic, foreign, and alien. Domestic means it's in this state, right? We know the insurance laws. Foreign, in another state, and alien all the way in another country. Thanks for joining.